Hey, what's up everybody, Mike back with another video. So this is the Tbook F7, a direct competition for the Jumper EasyBook 3 Pro, made by Teclast. This 14-inch laptop ticks quite a few boxes. We're going to be checking it out, see if it's worth buying. So seeing as the EasyBook 3 Pro and the F7 from Teclast are quite similar, the F7 has a slightly bigger screen, 14 inches, as opposed to the 13.3. The keyboard is also bigger on the F7 with an extra row of keys on the left hand side. You also get, in terms of hardware, this is pretty similar. Intel N3450, 14-inch IPS display, Intel HD graphics 500 series, 6GB of DDR3, 64GB of eMMC storage, 2MP front camera with dual microphones, 4900 milliamp battery, and this thing only comes in at 1.35 centimeters thickness. Pretty cool. So just touching back on that 64GB of internal storage, just remember that Windows will actually account for a portion of that. On the base of the device you'll also find the slot for an M.2 SSD for expansion. Build quality, the whole laptop has that same premium feeling considering its price point, all aluminum everywhere, even the bezels around the screen are metal. The base of the laptop is all metal as well, and the trim is nice and smooth, no quality issues at all. So the trackpad found on the F7 is a precision trackpad, so you can actually utilize gesture controls. Compare it against the EasyBook 3 Pro, which by the way I described as feeling like sandpaper. The finish on this thing is absolutely superb. Large size means good travel, you can get diagonally, no issues. Left and right buttons are also solid and feel nice, like they're not going to break anytime soon. Center of the keyboard again, very little flex, and I was really impressed by the overall build quality. And you know what, the typing experience was actually really nice. After using this laptop for about a week, taking it with me on various little journeys, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The added row at the end makes all the difference as well, with the page up, page down and the end keys. So especially for somebody who likes a full-size keyboard or something like a full-size keyboard, this will be a better option for them. So in terms of port selection, what you find here on the side number 1 is a slot for a micro SD card, so you can go all the way up to 256GB and just use that as your internal storage. USB 3.0, you also get a headphone jack and a DC power input. Now these little black tabs which actually come off, so if you're not utilising a port it'll keep out dust. And coming around to the other side you get a micro HDMI, so if you want to connect it to a projector or whatever device that you want to connect it to, and you also get a USB 3.0 port on that side as well, which by the way I've tested up to a 2TB external hard drive and it seemed to work absolutely fine. So one of the issues that I had with the Jumper EasyBook 3 Pro was the fact when you plug in a headphone jack it could be a little bit temperamental, making a loud pop, and at the higher levels the audio quality was not very good. Now seeing as this is going to be primarily a media kind of based laptop and a little bit of checking emails and a bit of Google Docs, I used a £500 laptop in the Acer Swift and tested the headphone port, and then I actually plugged the same headphone, same volume level on the Teclast F7, and I'm happy to report that the audio quality was very comparable. There was no distortion even at the max volume level, so very impressive stuff. The quality of the built-in webcam again was something of a surprise, 720p, and you know what, the clarity was pretty good and there was not too much in the way of distortion when you're rapidly moving around. Now if you're going to be using it for Skype, no issues whatsoever, very impressed again. So at this stage I was actually getting to the annoying stage of trying to find something wrong with this laptop, because the price point is good for what you're actually getting, and as a general laptop for somebody who just wants to check their Gmail or maybe edit some Excel spreadsheets or Word documents or just Google Docs in general, or maybe you want it as a media consumption device like Netflix, YouTube, or maybe install a good Kodi build, this laptop will serve you absolutely perfect, and you're getting a good price to performance ratio. I had 2 windows simultaneously running with 2 video applications, and I had 4 browser tabs open, and I didn't even go over 65% CPU utilization. Very impressive. Now in terms of that display, considering this is a sub £250 laptop, the display is a full 1080p IPS panel that actually delivers a good range of colours, and I quite like the contrast. Max brightness could be a few extra nits more, especially if you want to use it outdoors in the sun, but indoors absolutely fine, no issues. Will be a perfect Netflix or like I say a Kodi build, this will work, no issues. Now in terms of that display there are 2 variations, and it's almost like a lottery depending on which one you're going to get. One of them is a anti-glare coating, the other one is just that glossy, and as you can see there is a white tab on it. Now once you peel that off, and if it looks like there's another kind of screen protector underneath it, don't go attempt to pick it off, you will damage your screen. HDMI cable, bog standard, cheap, nasty HDMI cable. This thing is 2 meters long, and again, I believe this is exactly the same remote. We'll come back to it in a moment. And again on the F7 over the EasyBook 3 Pro and other Chinese laptops, this doesn't actually utilise bottom firing speakers. The speaker is on the top and it's near the actual hinge, as you can see, and moving the hinge around different angles, it really doesn't distort the audio too much at all. And as you heard from that sample, the volume at 50%, the speakers sound pretty good and not too tinny. The internal layout is pretty damn good, while you can upgrade the RAM, but the layout is good and I like the copper block, and in general this laptop at high loads does maintain pretty decent temps. And finally in Geekbench 4 it scored 1425 single core and 4100 in the multi-core, which is pretty much at the top end of this kind of CPU and RAM configuration. So final thoughts? So the main question, should you buy the Teclast Tbook F7? Well, my simple answer is yes, this is by far one of the best budget laptops at £250 that you can actually pick up. It's got everything you need, good keyboard, good trackpad, battery life, that screen, that speaker placement is awesome, and in general I was impressed every single thing about this laptop, loved it. Now in terms of where you can pick one up, link in the video description if you guys want to go check it out. Also don't forget guys, we've got the Wawutu T80 competition still running. You got about another 11-12 days, so feel free to enter, link in the video description. I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.